everybody. This is Rustin with Metalholic Magazine and Mojo Radio, and with me today I've got Leigh Kakaty of Pop Evil. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, good. It's real good.
You guys are out on the Monster Energy Outbreak Tour right now. I think you're in Des Moines tonight?
We're in Des Moines, yeah, correct.
Right, and you guys are, about 4 or 5 days into the tour so far? How's it going?
Yeah, it's been incredible so far. I mean, the response, it's a lot of, I'm pretty sure they're all age shows, actually, and it's just so many young, new fans to this. And, obviously with a lot of new young bands playing on the bill, it's such an energetic, fun, interactive tour so far.
You got Aranda, Black Cloud Collective, of course Rev Theory's out there with you, Hail the Villain. It's one hell of a lineup. Yeah,
it's just been, like I said, a lot of youth, a lot of up-and-coming bands, so everyone's interactive, everyone's hanging out in the crowds afterwards. It's just what rock and roll's about. It's fun, it's about the fans, and it's been an amazing tour. I mean, it's been pretty much sold-out shows thus far, so, it's been incredible.
Too bad it's so short. I believe it only runs into the first week of March.
I know. I would love for it to go on another month or two, but, what can you do? That's out of our control.
Well, you guys have a new album getting ready to come out, War of Angels, and I believe it's sort of about the battle to leave your past behind. Tell us a little bit about the title for the album.
Yeah, War of Angels, we just wanted to put a piece of work together that kind of documented where we were as people and as individuals, and of course from our career, just kind of showing the growth that we've had from our first record, which was Lipstick on the Mirror, which is kind of when we were part-time, just kept getting bigger and bigger, to now War of Angels being full-time, and kind of the struggles dealing with those demons both on and off the stage.
And how are you doing in dealing with your demons?
Well, I just, again, people ask us a lot of times, like, what does pop evil mean? And, it's kind of about, whatever normal is, we always were above and below that norm. We never really fit in. So, kind of finding your identity. Once you find that kind of gives you your confidence. And I think there's a lot of that. There's a lot of mood-driven songs on this record. We start with Last Man Standing, which is track number 1. And it's very heavy. It's in your face. It's kind of it's got that sense of urgency that I think this music business has I think showcased. How about this? The industry that's kind of the chaos that it is, the sense of urgency that we have to try to survive, just to make it. That do or die attitude, or that do or die mentality, just to survive these days. So
right.
It starts with that, and then it ends with a song called Next Life that, obviously is just that, searching, for some kind of peace with the people that we've lost, just in this journey since it's begun, to here. So, it's again, we grew up on, in Michigan on the Great Lakes, and, we wanted to crank our amps up as loud as we can and smash some windows, but at the same time, we wanted to go down to the beach with our acoustic guitars, with a bonfire going, maybe some PBR, and just kind of kick it with some friends, with some acoustic guitars. So, we're a very mood-driven band, and we wanted to make sure our fans kind of got a little bit more of an inside look at who we are as individuals and as a band together.
So far, fans have gotten a small taste with the single Last Man Standing, which came out a few months ago, and now you guys have a free download of Save the World on your Facebook page. How has the response been so far to the new material?
Oh man, it's been overwhelming. It's night and day in my opinion. Like I said earlier, when we did the first record, we were part-time. We started in 2005, and it just kept snowballing. And then in 2007, we signed a management deal. In 2009, we signed a record deal. So, it just kind of, we were playing the same songs, for, 3 or 4 years, so it's kind of, we weren't the same band. We didn't know, we didn't have an opportunity because we weren't signed first. We kind of had to do more radio-friendly songs at the time, to try to get the interest of people. For now, on this record, we finally get to put together a pop evil record, start to finish. We were in the studio with Johnny K, who did Disturbed, Three Doors Down, Stained. It's just incredible. He just kind of helped us search, I remember spending a couple of weeks just in general, just talking about and understanding, where we wanted to take this band and, how we wanted our identity to be perceived and, things we just didn't think about on the first record. We just kind of went for it. Just kind of threw it all on the wall to see what stuck. We were just blessed that we had 155 and Hero and some big songs that kind of got us to where we were. But now this record, it's just more, it's more mature, there's heavy. We made it around, we focused it around it's very guitar driven. We wanted to make sure whether our guitars were heavy they were acoustic. They were very prominent, and they were very catchy and very very important to that song. So, and then of course lyrically, I wanted to make sure I was held accountable for every little lyric I was saying, and that would justify the song depending on whatever song it was on the record. We demoed 30 songs and ended up keeping 10. So the response has been amazing, and playing new material here in the shows on this tour, it's just been incredible. The amount of love we've had from the fans.
Like you said, a lot's transpired for the band between the recording of Lipstick on the Mirror and War of Angels. And
right.
To me, the new album feels heavier for sure.
Definitely.
Do you feel that War of Angels is a continuation of the first album, or do you feel more like you've grown with this record?
Well, sure. It's a continuation for the fact that it's the next chapter for us, but it's definitely we've grown. When we did the first record, again, we were a 4-piece band. We didn't have Matt, which is our bass player, and Tony, our lead guitar player. We didn't even have those guys. And they, when we added them on, they were kind of just adding their 2 cents to songs that were already written. Now, for the first time in Pop Evil's, a career, we had an opportunity to put together a record from start to finish with the current lineup, that everyone got to be more, throw the input in and be more involved. And it just, in essence, if you talk to any band member, we're calling this our first record. So
I was going to say, it sounds more like the first one was sort of an extended demo, if you will, and this is really the first true Pop Evil album.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Sure.
And you mentioned before you got to go in with producer Johnny K, who's a very intense individual.
Absolutely. He certainly is.
So does that mean you guys stacked the sleeping bags behind the amps and moved in while you were recording?
That's exactly what we did. We weren't allowed girlfriends, weren't allowed family. We just, moved to Chicago for 6 months during last spring and summer and just grinded. And there was another 6 months before that, just, getting the demos ready to kick to them. And, it just was incredible. If you think about you kind of said it right, it's just demos. And to those of you listening or to those of you writing that actually know music, it's insane when how much more in depth and how much more intimate we got with the songs with Johnny K than we did on the first record. It shows the difference between an A-list producer and those who aren't. He really knows what he's doing, and he really it's refreshing to see a guy get that involved into songs that he didn't write. He's producing. That's the true definition of a producer, and he just. He really, we feel, is going to help catapult us to that next level. Whatever it is, time will tell. But it's a great record. And from an artist standpoint, to put together a piece of work that you are 100% happy with and you wouldn't change anything. Very, very rare. But have I ever said that in my life? So it's cool. I'm proud of it. It took a long time, and it took a lot out of us, and took a lot out of our family, our friends, our management. And, we really tried to give the fans something, hopefully, that can help them at the end of the day.
Now, and I know originally the album was supposed to come out a couple of weeks ago, and I know the release date's sort of been held beyond the powers of the band's control, but has the label and management actually given you a date yet when it's going to come out now?
No, we're hoping to have some more answers by the end of this week, actually, but, we're just kind of going with it. We want to make sure when it does come out, the album has the best chance to get the best kind of credit that it deserves. And, if that's not, we're just going to hold it till the time's right, but who knows? This business is so weird and so unpredictable that, could be out in 2 weeks. It might be out, in 2 months. Who knows? The album's done. The hard work's done on our part. We just, got to let those, powers that be kind of let them work out their kinks, and hopefully it's soon. But, again, we'll have all those details on the Facebook and the .com as soon as we know, so we can let everybody know.
That was a very nice politically correct answer there.
Believe me, I would love to say it's coming out tomorrow. It's not fun being out on tour when you got this great record that you're excited for everyone to sharing it with, but you gotta, you can't get it out there right now. It's frustrating. But we want what's best for our fans, and we want what's best for us, and no point putting on a record if it's not going to be, pushed the way it should. And, so we just got to kind of work out those details. And again, never been in this position before, so there is no right or wrong thing to say. I don't really know what to say. I'm kind of like a fan myself. I'm like, oh, this sucks. Okay, but kind of frustrating. But, we'll work it out. And, hopefully it'll be sooner than later. We're going head to head.